tonight's topic is Disney cruises versus Disney World vacations. So we're going to compare land or sea Disney vacations. And then we're also going to talk specifically about highlights from the Disney Dream cruise ship. Next week...
There's a Disney cruise ship right above your head, Dan.
It looks like a salt and pepper shaker to me.
Well, you know what I mean.
It's a salt and pepper shaker, folks. So next week, Saturday, September the 3rd, we have a very exciting topic. We're going to be talking about a new ship to the Carnival fleet.
Yes.
And if you're thinking, it's a ship that hasn't started sailing for Carnival yet. If you're thinking I'm talking about Carnival Celebration, you would be wrong. I'm talking about Carnival Luminosa. We're going to be talking about Carnival Luminosa, a very different ship from a sister cruise line. Was with Costa, and it's coming over to Carnival, and it's going to be a little different. So let's talk about what's going to be different, what's going to be similar, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. So that's next week. Before we can get into our main topic, I do need to mention a couple things.
Okay.
First of all, we do want to say a big thank you for everyone, because in the last 24 hours, we hit our 3,000 subscribers. So that's very exciting.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Yes,
and becoming subscribers. We appreciate you.
We do appreciate you.
Yay.
So 3,000 subscribers. It's taken us a while, but we couldn't have done it without
you guys.
3,000 people. Yeah.
Yeah, without you guys.
If that doesn't sound impressive, I got another number for you I want to share.
Okay. So exciting.
I was notified this morning that Cruise Day Fun our videos have been viewed 500,000 times. 500,000 video views. So 500,000 views. So a couple milestones just in the last 24 hours. So that's very exciting.
That is exciting.
So thanks for the support.
All of you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So also, I want to mention, you may or may not be aware, a friend, a channel, a cruising community, friends of ours, Bill and Lucy from MGM Family Travel. If you're not familiar with the channel, you should get familiar with the channel. But they had some sort of a mix-up, or something happened where their channel got taken down. MGM Family Travel, it's been a channel we've really enjoyed for a long time, and Bill and Lucy have been very supportive and kind to us. So I have linked down below the link to their replacement channel. They're having to rebuild from scratch after building up a very successful and popular channel. So if you followed them and you're like trying to figure out where they went, click the link down below and resubscribe. If you're not familiar with them, click the link down below and subscribe to MGM Family Travel. I think you'll really enjoy. They do some really great live shows. So that's a lot. That's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough about that. I think it's time to get to tonight's topic. Let's see here.
People are giving our fellow cruise channels.
We do. Oh, speaking of that, I know Sea Lake Journey is going live again tonight. I think at 6:00, and I believe I saw it's going to be correct. They'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're doing This or That.
Ooh, This or That.
So a fun game-filled episode over at Sea Lake Journeys tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to check that out.
I like a good This or That. I'll drink to that.
Don't know why. I don't know why I always think there's an innuendo in there when she says things like that. But anyway, everybody's saying thanks, and Leonard Family Fun is asking people to hit the like button. We appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
So now let's go to another one of our regular topics before we get started on our big topic, talking about Disney parks and Disney cruises.
This is the joy of cruising. Today's joy of cruising is when you travel and it gets really dark in a room, it's nice to have a little light with you. I don't know if you can see it. See the
Probably
light?
Can't see that.
It's a tea light candle. So they're really cheap. You can buy them in any dollar store or Target or wherever, Walmart, wherever. And if you know you might have an inside cabin or just like to have a little light in the room when you come back, pack a little tea light candle like this. Ta-da! Oh, wait, Ta-da! I shouldn't have worn white, I guess, but because it's white too.
Hey.
But this has been your cruise joy of. That's my dyslexia.
That was good, Joy. Yeah, and those are great for inside cabins. So that's
Yes.
great. And Sea Lake Journeys corrected me. It's Would You Rather. Would You Rather at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to check that out. But now that we've had the joy of cruising, another great tip.
Yes.
It's time to get into our main topic. So today, we are talking about whether or not would you rather Disney parks or a Disney cruise, which is better? So let's go down the line and compare the two, starting with the elephant in the room, price. So when it comes to price, it's going to vary a lot depending on what cruise itinerary, what type of room you take for the cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to park, depends on what room you get there, which property you stay in.
Right.
If you're going to one park, multiple parks. So what I did was I tried to come up with two very similar scenarios. For about 2 months from now, a 3-night or 3-day weekend on either the Disney cruise ship or at Walt Disney World. And here's the comparison in case you want to get into the details here. So a room for two, kind of a standard room at Disney Port Orleans Riverside Woods View room with a 1 park pass. So that's 2 people for 3 nights would be just over $2,000. And that's just the current rate that I was able to shop today. Obviously that can change. And comparably, 3 nights for 2 people on the Disney Wish, their newest ship, an inside stateroom would be just over $2,000. Very close in price, only about $30 difference. So when you're thinking about all the other things we're comparing, think about that. It's not every park. It's not the best room at the resort, and it's also not a suite on the cruise ship. So let's talk comparisons.
Yes.
Transportation, once you're there, you got to get yourself to the cruise ship or to the park. But once you're there, transportation is basically included. There's shuttles between the hotel at Disney World and to the parks, right?
Yes.
And when you're on the cruise ship, well, it is transportation, and so you don't really need transportation, unless you're getting off the ship in one of the ports.
Because it's a ship.
It is.
It travels.
So that one's, to me, is kind of even.
Yep.
Let's move on and try another one. This is maybe the big difference maker.
Big difference.
It depends on how important this is to you. If you're thinking about rides, here's the breaking news. There's a lot more rides at the Disney parks than there are on the Disney cruise ships.
That's true.
Okay. There's plenty to do on the ship. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty to do, but you're not going to find Space Mountain on the Disney Wish. There's just not room for that.
Can you imagine if they put Space Mountain on board a Disney ship?
No, let's sit here and imagine that. They do, however, have the Aqua Mouse, which is like an update from the Aqua Duck, which I've heard described as a bit of an attraction.
Sounds like a superhero. Aqua Mouse to the rescue.
Yeah. And we'll move on. So if you're really into rides, if you're like, you want to ride as many rides as you can and experience all the different rides, maybe you're better off going to the park. That's just my thought.
Take your Dramamine. So you don't get
in
sick
either
from
case,
the
you
rides.
might want to do that, yes. So that one, I think I got to give that one to Walt Disney World. Now, if you don't care about the ride so much, maybe that doesn't matter. Let's talk about entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of entertainment in the parks, whether it's the parades, the wandering musicians, the shows you can walk into. But the same thing is true on the cruise ship. The cruise ship has all kinds of shows on the stage. They have performances out on the Lido deck.
Yes.
They have fireworks, live music, and both the parks and the ship have fireworks.
Yep.
So again, I think it's kind of a toss-up between the two. So this channel is called Cruise Day Fun.
That's right.
Yes, it's not called amusement park fun. So here's where we kind of sway the scales. Let's talk about food.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about food and drinks, when you go to the Disney parks, understandably, they're going to be paying for that stuff.
Yes.
Now, it's not everything is included on a Disney cruise, just like any other cruise, but most food and most drinks are included. When
Yeah.
you're talking about non-alcoholic drinks, they include the Coke products.
Coke products.
You know, you can get food, whether it's in the Cabanas buffet or at the main dining rooms,
Or you can get a
or
Mickey bar every night before you go to bed.
you can get some of the room service you can get for no charge.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of food options, and it's all included. So that's where we get our money back. That's where it, any advantage that the Disney park might have with rides is the food.
And if
So-
you have a family,
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about paying for every meal. The food is included.
Oh yeah, I was like, little Timmy's not eating lunch. I was like, wasn't sure where you're going with that. Okay, so it can get really expensive if you're feeding a whole family. A cruise, you're going to get a big advantage when it comes to that included food. Now, there's some extra things you can get, but we think the Disney cruise wins when it comes to the food and drink.
Exactly.
Let's talk about another topic. Maybe not as fun as a topic as food, but crowds.
Oh,
The
yeah.
crowds and lines. Those, you could experience those anywhere, but
Mhm.
really on the Disney cruise, except for when you're first getting on the ship, and even then you might not really encounter it. You're not going to encounter any really huge lines. There might be a line here or there if you're waiting, to go on the Aqua Mouse, or if you're waiting to get into a show, or at the buffet. But for the most part, you're not going to see the kind of lines you're going to see, waiting to go on a Disney ride
That's
at
right.
any of the parks.
No waiting. You're
yeah.
like, no waiting.
Yes. So I know they've got the app where you can check the wait times for the Disney parks to see how long the different rides are. They don't have that on the cruise ship, and there's a reason for that. You're not going to be waiting long enough for that to really be an issue. It would probably take you longer to check the time than to actually just go there. So crowds, I think the Disney cruise wins pretty easily on that as far as waiting in
Definitely.
lines and crowds. Let's talk about some characters. Yeah, I put that up right at you. Right at you, pointing at me. I was going to make a joke about our family members, but no, you're pointing at me. The characters. So the Disney parks are going to have a lot of characters.
Yes.
The Disney cruise ship, like the Disney Wish, is going to have characters too. Probably not as many characters overall as in the parks, but you're going to have quicker access.
Yes.
The wait time to see them is going to be much shorter. This is where I was talking about. You might encounter lines, short lines though, much shorter lines.
Right.
And you have, I think, a lot more opportunities. And from my experience being on a Disney cruise compared to going to the Disney parks, you'll just be wandering around and run into the characters.
Run into Goofy or Mickey or Minnie or Donald Duck.
Or Daisy, yes.
I don't want you to talk about Daisy, that hussy.
Hey, Daisy and I are very close, so I'll just leave it at that. So, yes, characters, if you want easy access to meet the princesses. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the princesses.
Oh yeah.
You're worried about me hanging out with Daisy. You're not worried about me going and talking to the princesses. That's interesting.
Well, the princesses know better because I have a big ring.
Okay. So characters, depending on if you're looking for a specific character that might not be on the Disney cruise ship, you might be better off at the parks. But if you're just looking to meet some of the most popular characters like Mickey and Donald, you're going to be better off time-wise and have more chances on the cruise line. In fact, on the cruise line, you'll probably see Mickey and other characters in different outfits on different days, depending on what's going on. Yeah.
They dress for the seasons.
Or the occasion.
Yeah.
Yes. Mickey dresses differently when they go to the private island. They dress differently. There's all.
Mickey and Disney, or Mickey and Minnie, have a huge wardrobe, a better wardrobe than I do.
Let's not go there. One more area we should cover, and that's talking about escapes. So when you're in the Disney park, if you want to go somewhere other than the Disney park, every time I take the slide down that shows the topic, she slowly goes in for a drink, and I bring the slide back. Okay, so how's your drink?
It's good. I
Good.
think I should have put more alcohol in it.
Okay. So escaping, if you want to get out of the park, if you're like, oh, I'm having fun, but I'd rather go do this or that, I want to experience something else, you're going to need to find your own way to get there. Rent a car, Uber, whatever. You're going to have to find another way to get there. On the Disney cruise ship, like the Disney Wish, it's taking you places.
Yeah.
It's taking you to the Bahamas, for example. On
Aruba.
the sailing we're talking about, it's not going to
Alaska.
Aruba. We're talking about a specific sailing.
Oh,
It's going to the Bahamas, and it's even going to the private island that Disney owns, Castaway Cay.
Mhm.
And there's all kinds of things to do on Castaway Cay. There's bars, restaurants, shopping. There's things you can do on the beach, activities, lots for the kids.
good
So,
times.
yes. So Castaway Cay, I'll put that up so you can take a drink. So that is our comparison of the two. We want to know what you think between doing a cruise with Disney or going to a Disney park. Which would you rather do? Put it in the comments and let us know. We want to know what you think. And I guess we'll say that our choice, surprise, surprise, is what?
Cruise ship.
We choose the cruise. Yes.
Oh, and Disney does so many things so right. I mean, they're incredible.
Well, that applies to the parks too. So that's where it gets a little
Yeah.
tricky. So this is a very Disney wins either way on this one.
Yeah.
But that's our opinion, and that's what we got to say.
Our cruise hero of the week is from the Mardi Gras. And remember, you can always put in your cruise hero of the week in our email, or put
You
it
can,
up.
you can email it to us at info@cruisedayfun.com.
Exactly.
Yes, please do.
So our cruise hero of the week is from the Mardi Gras. This person's name is Pusamali Sarat
Uh-huh.
at Bonsai on the Mardi Gras Carnival Cruise Line.
Yeah. Bonsai Sushi on Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Yeah, but she was very nice. Yes.
Mhm.
Very nice and very helpful. We love the crew on these cruise ships that we go on, and that's
Yes.
why we came up with this cruise hero concept. We want to hear about your cruise hero. Who made your cruise extra special? Was it whether it was a cruise member, a fellow passenger, an officer, if it was somebody in the port that you
Mhm.
visited, on an excursion or something, whoever it was, email it to us at info@cruisedayfun.com.
That's right.
And we will let people know. Just give us a quick little explanation, who it was, what they did, what cruise ship, and we will share that with the world. Well, at least the world of people that watch us. And again, what was her name?
Her name was Pusamali Sirirat
Uh-huh.
on Carnival Mardi Gras.
All right. Now let's cover the 10 highlights. We have 10 highlights from the Disney Dream. Starting with highlight number 1. What's highlight number 1?
Character meet and greets.
Yes, one of the great highlights of the Disney Dream Cruise is meeting the characters.
Yes.
So many characters wandering the ship, different costumes, changing it up, sometimes dressed formally like Captain Mickey here.
Yes.
Sometimes dressed like they're ready to go to the beach when we hit Castaway Cay. The characters, very accessible, plenty of different characters to meet. That is Disney Dream highlight number 1. What's Disney Dream highlight number 2?
Main dining room theming and rotational dining.
Yeah, okay, so they've got 3 on the Disney Dream. They've got 3 different main dining rooms. There's the Royal Palace, the Enchanted Garden, and the Animator's Palette. And they each have their different way of design and kind of entertaining you while you eat. And they all have great food, but what's the rotational dining? What can you explain how that works?
So rotational dining is that you go to a different dining room that is themed, and your servers who are serving you follow you to each dining room.
Each of the main dining rooms.
So you always have the same servers.
Right. So they don't literally follow behind you down the corridor. But when you go on the first night, you might be at the Royal Palace and you'll meet your server. They'll take care of you. They'll get to know you. And then the next night, you might be in Animator's Palette. And what do you know? There's your server from the previous night, and they've already know what you like. They are really familiar with you. You know them, and you enjoy the meal and enjoy the show. It's a really great feature that's very unique to Disney Cruises, and on Disney Dream they have it with 3 different restaurants that you rotate between.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it is. What's Disney Dream highlight number 3?
Stateroom design.
Okay, what did you like about the staterooms?
So I really liked the 2 bathrooms.
That's right. They have most of the staterooms have split bathrooms. So one room has the toilet and the sink, and another one has like a kind of half bath shower and a sink.
Yeah.
And you said I could use the one with the toilet. For some reason that was mine, and then you got the one with the nice little tub and shower thing. Yeah. We obviously shared. That's a nice feature, and the decor is really well done. You can see here kind of the little sitting area. The balcony cabin or veranda stateroom, as they call it, is kind of split in half, and it's got this curtain that actually works. You can spread it across the room, unlike some other ships we've been on where it's more of just a decorative thing. It actually works. You can pull it across. If somebody wants to sit and watch TV while the other person is sleeping, you can do that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, and they have some.
And it's great for families too. If you're putting your little one to bed on the couch, you can close the blinds. So
that's right. Yeah, and the decor is really nice, and it's got nice Disney touches without being, it's not over the top. It doesn't look like it's designed like as a Disney children's room or something. It's got really sophisticated finishes and just little Disney touches, hidden Mickeys and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what's highlight number 4?
Highlight number 4 is stage shows and onboard performances.
Yeah. There's the Disney Dream has a movie theater, and it's also got a stage show theater where they do live Broadway style shows and musicals, and they also have entertainment on the stage by the pool.
Yes,
and of course they have entertainment at their private island, Castaway Cay too. But they also have things like Pirate Night.
Yeah.
Star Wars at Sea, fireworks, that sort of thing. So that's a lot of entertainment, as you would expect from Disney Dream. Highlight number 4, stage shows and onboard performances are incredible. What is Disney Dream highlight number 5?
Awesome food and sodas included.
That's right. Disney is one of the few cruise lines, the only one that we've been on, that actually provides Coca-Cola products at no charge. So you can get soda without paying extra, and the food is awesome. Whether you're talking about the food in cabanas, the buffet area, or the casual food out by the pool, or I know one of your favorites, when you're back in the room, call room service and order a complimentary Mickey ice cream bar.
They're so good. Oh,
awesome!
I had one every night.
Yep, awesome food all over the ship. And most of it is included in the price of your fare. So that's awesome.
Yes.
What is Disney Dream highlight number 6?
Aqueduct and pools.
Yeah, the aqueduct and pools. And there's multiple pools on the ship. But the aqueduct is what we should talk about. The aqueduct is this elevated tube that you can ride a raft through.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like a ride. You sail above the pool deck. And here you can see it lit up at night. A lot of fun, not too crazy over the top for people that are, don't like roller coasters or anything like that. It's somewhere between a lazy river and a water park ride.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun, a really nice feature. The aqueduct on Disney Dream, and there's the pools, and there's also the Nemo's Reef area where the little kind of splash area for the littlest kids. A lot of great water features on Disney
Yeah,
Dream.
they wouldn't let me go in and play.
Yeah, you're not the right age. So, what is Disney Dream highlight number 7?
Kids clubs.
Yeah, speaking of the kids, they've got some great kids clubs on board. They've got 3 different kids clubs and teen clubs divided by age group. That is, we got a chance to explore them the first day. When they did an open house and we were able to take a look, and they've got really creative areas. Like there's this Andy's room type area from the Toy Story movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes us back to watching those movies, and it looks like a really fun area for the kids to go in. A lot of great theming, and they even have, for Star Wars fans, they've got an area where they can practice flying the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah.
So really cool, a lot of cool stuff. Enough about the kids. Let's talk about the adults. What is highlight number 8?
Adults only areas and dining. Ooh,
That's
yes.
right. They don't just have areas for kids, they also have areas for the adults. In some areas where just 18 and older passengers are allowed, like the Cove pool area, which has the Cove bar and the Cove Cafe with a lovely little coffee shop where you can get coffee, specialty coffees, and baked goods. But that great Cove pool area, we really enjoyed hanging out there. And they even have a bar where you can sit at a bar stool with your feet dangling down in the water. Oh,
right.
Awesome
and
place.
It was, I would say, if you're wanting some pool time, that was the place to go to, because the main pools were always so busy. But if you went to that pool, it was empty practically most of the time.
Yeah, a lot quieter. And of course, there's other areas for adults like the bars. And we've got to mention one of our favorite dining experiences on any cruise ship, the adults only specialty dining at Remy and Palo. Whether
Palo's my favorite.
Palo dinner or Palo lunch, or Palo brunch, or Palo dinner, or dinner at Remy. Awesome adults only specialty dining. So
if you want a chance to see what Palo is like, go to the Palo brunch.
That's right. Check that out. What is highlight number 9?
Oh, are we already there?
Yes, and it's on the screen, so I'll just say it. It's holiday celebrations. So that is the holiday themed cruises. They have 2 of them. They do the Very Merry Time cruises, which are around Christmas time, where they decorate the ship with beautiful Christmas decorations, and they have Christmas themed gatherings. They even have carolers that wander at certain times. And I remember seeing this cute little gingerbread house in the lobby area there too. And then they also have the Halloween on the High Seas for people that enjoy Halloween, that you can enjoy before Halloween.
And you can dress up in Halloween costume.
That's right.
They have like a little Halloween parade that you can join in.
That's right. Everybody's waiting for it. What is Disney Dream highlight number 10?
The crew.
That's right. The crew, or cast members, whichever you want to call them, are awesome.
They're amazing.
Yeah, we've talked about them many times before and featured some of them that we got on film in our videos. They really make the cruise. So that is our 10 highlights of Disney Dream. And if you enjoyed that, be sure to give us a like by giving us a thumbs up on the thumbs up icon below. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. It's just a way to follow us.
Yep.
And we hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else we should cover before we wrap up? We just want to thank you for watching again, and thank you for helping us get to our 3,000 subscribers. That's really awesome. And 500,000 views. That's amazing. I do want to mention that next week we are going to be covering Carnival, a Carnival ship, new Carnival ship to the fleet.
Luminosa?
Carnival Luminosa. So September the 3rd, next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in to watch live while we reveal some of the information about Carnival Luminosa and talk about some of the things that surprise us, some of the things that are familiar, some that might make it feel like a different cruise line, or definitely not like other Carnival ships we've been on. Ooh. So that'll be next week. Anything else?
Life is short. Keep
What are you-
cruising.
What are you doing? It sounds like you're imitating our one of the first channels we watched.
I'm trying to find out new.
Oh, you're trying to
tags.
come up with a new tag?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we're whimpering to the finish line here. Um, how-
We really appreciate you all.
okay, is that the end?
Yeah.